All right, so back to the corn. So corn is also a bit tricky to know when it is able to be picked. Obviously, when you have produce that you can visibly see, or the peppers, or the red tomatoes in the back, the fruits are visible and you can tell when you need to pick those. But with corn, it's not as straightforward, but there are some indicators that tell you when corn is ready to be picked. So you have your big stalks, and obviously you see the cob on the interior here. So if you look at this one versus that one, you can already see the silky part being a different color. So your first indicator is the ones that are brown are the ones that are more ready potentially to be picked. Obviously you can kind of put your hand on it to see if it's full. That will be an indicator, but it really doesn't tell you too much whether it's fully ready to go, because the one thing that you do not want to do is pick the corn too early, because if the sugar has not broken down, it's not going to taste as right. So if we were to just go into this one, so this one we see this is all brown, and now we can start digging a little further to see whether it is ready to be picked. So if you peel this back, you'll also see whether you had good pollination. You can see the kernels at the end did not go all the way, so this was not 100% pollinated correctly, but it's pretty much at the end, so you did all right. So the key indicator now is if you take your finger and put your fingernail in it, and if it comes out milky, you are ready to pick it. If it comes out watery, it is not ready to go. So I just got to the kernel on the side here. I don't know if you saw it, but that came out as milky liquid. So the sugar has broken down. Now it is ready to be picked. So that's pretty much what you're going to be looking for. Look for the brown silk part. Once you feel that, feel the cob, make sure it at least feels firm and full. Pull it back, find a kernel, put your finger through it. If it's clear, leave it. If it's milky, pull it, and then you're ready to go. So as this thing goes on, you're going to be picking them every so often as they're maturing. So you're only going to get a couple cobs per stalk here. So corn is not the most abundant. It's pretty much 1 or 2 at best for this particular variety, and then that's all it's going to give it. So this one can be picked, and that's how you're going to pick yours.